Sure, Mike. Welcome, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Let me know I don't sound too echoey. Hold up. Good morning, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if I sound better. Do I sound like I'm too far away? Shout out to everybody. I did a little unplugging. What does Rabbit be? Come on over. We here. We here. Yes. Right now. Stace. We here. We're live right now. Welcome. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Rabbit, come on down. I'm coming. All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. I was getting the thing set up and then something else came into my feed that I said, oh my God. So we're going to start with that news before we start with everything else. Welcome, everybody. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Let me know if you're here. I don't see the chat moving, so I don't know what that... Okay, hold up now. I see me here. Everybody come through. Let me know. I don't see the chat moving. Say hello, everybody. Good morning. Make a change for me to be too early. Makes a change for me to be too early. Shout out to you. You hear me. Thank you, Idiot Monkey. Good morning, Renee B. How are you, love? Everybody come through. Let those notifications go out. Welcome. Hey, Evil Queen. I haven't seen you in a minute. Where have you been? Oh my God. Shout out to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Shout out to you. Oh my goodness. I'm out of coffee, so that's not good. So hopefully I survived today. The duck said quack. Welcome. Shout out to you. I have arrived. Thank you. I have arrived on time. Hi, Rabbit. Well, glad you arrived on time. I'm late. Okay, I'm late. I'm late. And I try not to be late. Hey, everybody. Kirikou, I see you. Mar Loca, good morning. Slow chat. Is everybody hungover? Y'all hungover? Let me know. See, there's always a delay on StreamYard. I'm drinking the new purple Red Bull. Ooh, what is that? That sounds interesting. I'm down for the purple drinks. What's going on? Just the tea, please. How are you, love? Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. I am out of coffee. I gotta go over to the store and get some coffee, y'all. I will be LOL. I'm Irish. Shout out to you. Hi, Rabbit. I'm here. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Grapefruit and blossom. Okay. All right. I guess we'll have, look, I don't know about grapefruit, but I do like some blossom, whatever that tastes like. Shout out to Cheeks. I got to try it. Usually drinks like that, you find them at the gas stations. Did you find it at like a store, or where did you find it? Because typically I find like the experimental drinks or some that are like newly released are at gas stations, and that's where I got to go to get it. But Cheeks, let me know. Hey, Aaron, how are you? Shout out to you. RSM, welcome. Everybody. Aduko, late fees, Rabbit. No, not late fees. Nicola, how are you? Susan, how are you? Nebby's in the house. Everybody. Oh my God, Nebulous has been a member for 19 months. Lord have mercy. I'm scrolling up. I should have scrolled up. Nebulous, thank you for supporting. I feel like it's been longer, Nebulous. I feel like you've been around a lot longer. Shout out to Nebulous. Don't forget to hit that like button, please, and thank you. Rhiannon, thank you. Sandra, how are you, my love? Storm, thank you for renewing your membership. Cheeky, is it Cheeky? Cheeky, thank you for being here. Shout out to you, love. Rhiannon's in the house. NJ is here. Who else? Carol, how are you? Rose Gold is in the house. Cheeks, of course. Jeanette, good morning. Shout out to you. Roll call. Kitty-Coo's in the house. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Hugs, how are you, love? Hoo-wee, everybody come through. I think I've said hello to most of the members. Just a tea. I'm out of tea. As a Brit, that's basically a crime. You're out of tea? Baby Bunny is amazing. She's doing what Baby Bunny does. Being a pain. Little Pinto, how are you? Just because, how are you? Darcy, how are you? Good morning. Shout out to you, Darcy. So you're out of tea, and that's basically a crime. I'm out of coffee, and I'm gonna have to figure something out. So maybe after I'm done here, I might go get coffee. Wait a minute. You said Chad woke up in the middle of the night with one eye open. I saw your thumbnail about the YouTuber. I said, no, it's Armand. No, it's not Armand. Wipe some more sleep crust, and it wasn't. No, it was not Armand. Oh my God. Oh my God, Night Charm. Don't even put that out there. I swear. You thought it was Armand? No. It's a completely different YouTuber. Yeah. That news is so off and weird. So we're going to get into that. But before we get into that news, I kind of want to talk about something that happened, I guess, There was a fire at a nightclub, okay? And in North Macedonia nightclub fire, okay? And there was, I guess it just, there was like pyro text that blame fires ripped through this nightclub, killing 59 people. And this happened, I guess, overnight or something like that. So I'm trying to get more news about it. I know the BBC is reporting that as well, but let's get into this news because this kind of is a horrible situation. I don't know. Oh, that looks good, but let me close that out. Okay. At least 59 people have been killed and more than 155 injured in a nightclub fire in North Macedonia, officials say. So the blaze broke out about 2:30 at a Pulse club in, is it Kokani, a town 100 miles 100 excuse me, I can't even read, 60 miles east of the capital, where 1,500 people were attending a concert by DKN, a popular hip hop duo in the country. So the prime minister calls it a difficult and very sad situation for the country, which has lost many young lives. There's been arrest warrants issued for 4 people that were at the scene. And I would hate, I can't even pronounce the name, so I'm not even going to try. He announced the arrest of a man earlier, and I guess they're looking for others as well. So the reports are citing that the fire had been started by sparks, by pyrotechs, devices that had hit the ceiling, which made it highly inflammable material. This is a nightclub. It looks like a little neighborhood nightclub, guys. I mean, yeah, this whole pyrotechnic thing and small clubs, it's very much a dangerous thing. I don't know why they would allow it. You lost your best friend, cousin, and 2 of them in the Station nightclub fire in Rhode Island. Great White set off pyros that caused the fire. 100 people died. Wow. Listen, I remember, I mean, back in the nightclub days, I was I would go to nightclubs. I don't remember there being like guys, nightclubs are small. Why would there be any of this allowed in there? I don't get it. Like if I knew that they were gonna do like any kind of pyrotech, it would be different, to have little like, I mean, anything with fire, I don't get. Why would you put that indoors in a nightclub and then you got this little thing that's packed, little room that's packed with a lot of alcohol and a lot of freaking music and it's loud? Yeah, no. No, 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 no. I don't get it. So I'm not understanding why that, well, any nightclub for that matter. I didn't think. So there were as many as 1,500 people that were said to have been attending a concert. So the concert's already packed. And how many people does this little nightclub hold? And so then 2 flares, footage shows that the band was playing on stage when 2 flares go off, sparks, then catch fire on the ceiling before spreading rapidly. So then the video was verified by the BBC, showing people trying to extinguish the flames on the ceiling. So wait a minute. So like they just went up there, it just caught fire. The footage shows that the nightclub was still full and some people appeared to be watching the efforts to put out the fire rather than leaving. What? So this is crazy. As her name is Maraja 20, told Channel 5 TV that she was caught in a crush at the club as people rushed for the exits. She recalled falling to the ground and being trampled in the chaos before managing to get out. Her families were still searching for her 25-year-old sister, though, who had not been found in any local hospitals and had been transported for treatment. So the Interior Minister had earlier announced a toll of 151 deaths, with some 100 injured. He said that 35 had already been identified and deceased. But we know so far the numbers to be at least 59. Guys, the prime minister made a statement and basically said they will do anything necessary to deal with the consequences and determine the cause of this tragedy. So here's a picture of North Macedonia, kind of give you guys an idea of where this area is located. This is very sad, right? Very, very sad. Let's see. Hi, Wim. Says years ago, I made the mistake of watching a video from the station nightclub fire, and I'll never forget the screams. Oh no, that's too much. The Guardian has a short video of it. I'm afraid to show it because I have to watch it first, and I haven't watched it. People as young as 16, they're very young people going to this nightclub to watch this concert. Hey, baby K, how are you? Um, Welcome. And then, of course, Wim has arrived. Shout out to Wim. Let's see. Let's see. Mirrored Moon says late, liked, and arrived. Thank you. Shout out to everybody that's coming through. That's exactly what happened in 03 with the great white set at Pyro, set off the Pyro. The sparks got a highly flammable sound proofing. Ironically, there was a local news crew filming a story about a nightclub safety. Really, dealer? That's so off. Listen, don't nightclub. I go to a night. Well, first of all, it's been years since I've been to a nightclub. All right, I have a bedtime now. I didn't before, but and not that I put myself on a bedtime, right? You won't catch me at a club anymore. But back in the day, my nightclubbing days, I mean, anything, if it was 2-pack, I just wasn't there. Nightclubs, great, music's good, alcohol and everything, but if it got 2-packed, it kind of made me feel a little claustrophobic. And I've had incidences. I mean, I could recall times where we had to leave a nightclub because somebody was stupid and brought a gun or some shit like that, right? Like things like that. But I've never had an issue where first of all, I would be nervous about any type of fireworks at a nightclub. No. It's different to go like an open air. You know what I'm saying? Like it's at a fairground or something like that, out in the open. Even that is still dangerous, right? Because you never know. But inside of a closed door nightclub to bring pyros and fireworks and firecrackers. No, 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 no. There's nothing graphic on the video? Okay. So wait, you said The Guardian has a new video. All right, let me see if I can pull it, okay? Macedonia Nightclub. They probably had CCTV video of it, right? That's what I'm thinking. Oh, snap, 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 snap. Here it is. Okay. I think this is it. Hopefully there's... Oh, wow. Well, see that right there? That's where it was catching fire. The fire can be seen rapidly spreading. Oh my God. That is so scary. And I'm trying to pause it because I don't want the copyright for the music, but look at that. Y'all see that right there? It was from 2 flares that flanked the band playing on stage. It's on pause with the music, guys. Yo, look at that. It literally sparked up and oh my God. I muted it. Look at how small that little nightclub is. People gathered outside the hospital. Wow, look at this, y'all. The roof of the nightclub was badly damaged. It looks like a little house. Like, why would they do this? I cannot. Anyways, shout out to y'all. I'm a teacher and a student watching documentary on the station fire during OSA training. OSHA training, excuse me, not OSA. Every freaking year I put earphones in. I don't want to watch. Gotcha. Yeah. There's no screamings or anything like that. Back in those days, yeah, heck, these days there's someone. I'm out. I'm telling you, there's been a couple times. I know that building looks old. It doesn't even look like it's like in code. Back in the days when people would bring guns in the nightclub, I'm out. I'm not trying to get shot. I've had too many instances where people are just stupid. Alcohol makes people feel some type of way. They feel like they can't be touched and they be doing the most. So I don't stay around for that. Nope, too old for that. Too old for that. Anyways, let's go on. No worries, no worries. I muted it. Don't worry about it, Aduko. You're fine. Morris, welcome. Everybody come through. It does look like a wooden shack, right? Like it doesn't look like it's very well like built or anything like that. It's too much. All right, guys, we got to get into this little situation right here. We're going to share. Are we sharing this window? Let's share this window. Hold up, y'all. So we got a little bit of an update. You guys know that Russell Simmons. Okay, here it is. Russell Simmons, rape accuser, revives lawsuit. He caused great pain. All right, so last month there was this judge who dismissed the lawsuit for one of the Jane Does, right? Because according to the judge, Russell Simmons is considered stateless, right? He's been living in Indonesia for I don't know how many years now. I think 2017 and stuff like that. And he's been in and out. But Russell, in an interview a couple years ago, admitted that he hasn't fled the U.S. He's just, he travels to the U.S. all the time. You can find him in New York. He's got businesses in New York and in Cali, right? But he lives in Bali or something like that. So he's kind of like doing this thing where he's literally able to kind of just be everywhere, but not really reside in a place per se. And so then this judge dismisses the lawsuit. Now, the Jane Doe is not letting this go, which I'm glad she's not. I'm glad that she is moving forward to move forward with this lawsuit because it needs to happen. But it's crazy to me that like Russell Simmons will sue. He's able to sue people. He's suing Kimura currently. And accusing her of a bunch of things, as well as another person. I forgot his name. I think his name is Tim Lister or something like that, on their businesses and stuff like that. Russell Simmons is willing to sue, okay? But he's stateless and can't be sued. How the hell does that work? How does that work? I don't get it. So I need to understand a little bit more of this, but I'm glad she's not giving it up. So she gave an interview over to Rolling Stone and said, "I'm watching this legal gameship he played to avoid accountability. It makes me want to push harder," says Jane Doe, says in a statement to Rolling Stone. Now, I started watching this interview. I don't want to subscribe. I already had a subscription. Y'all are too expensive. Rolling Stone is so expensive. And then they're like, I can't stand Rolling Stone. I watched an interview that he did, I want to say maybe 3 years ago. Russell Simmons, right? And Russell said that Oprah was supposed to do some kind of documentary about him, right? Interviewing these Jane Does. Like she was going to be part of it, or at least she had something to do with the one with HBO or something like that. And basically, she did what she did and then disappeared. She's never made comment about these allegations. In part, this is what Russell says. Russell says that the reason why Oprah hasn't followed up with everything she was going to expose about him was because Oprah didn't believe everything that the Jane Does had put out there. So I don't know. Like sometimes I side-eye Oprah. I side-eye Oprah a lot because I feel like, she tends to, what's the word? She kind of jumps around and stuff like that as to what she supports and doesn't support. And she'll be there and she'll understand. I mean, I almost wonder too about the Michael Jackson stuff because she was in support of that whole documentary. What is it? Something Neverland or something like that. Yeah, she loved Harvey too. She's onto it. So it's kind of like, how does somebody like Oprah, like she's so complicit to I feel like she knows a lot, but like she's very careful, right? Okay, so who's to say we should believe Oprah? I don't know. And she's very careful. I mean, Night Charm is saying that she's onto it too. Oprah loved Harvey too. A lot of people, they were best friends, right? And I'm not saying that everybody that Oprah hangs out with is weird or I'm side eyeing them, but I have to wonder a little bit about this whole situation too, because Russell was saying what he said in that interview, and then Oprah, you'll never hear her talk about the Jane Does after standing with like 20 plus Jane Does that came forward in 2017. 2017 was the year where a lot of the Me Too movement was really coming about. Boy, you had the R. Kelly stuff that was coming about that time. Kevin Spacey was coming about that time. There was a lot that was coming about that time. So Oprah kind of like went into the shadows and went away. When the Maui fires happened, I thought she was like, oh my God, her and The Rock. They did the whole the People's Fund. I think that's what they called it or something like that. When the Maui's fire happened, Oprah has a house in Maui. Okay. So they were trying to rebuild Maui and stuff like that. And, she grabs the one Polynesian that she knows, which is The Rock. And I think that she kind of utilized him to promote the People's Fund, right? But it looked weird, and a lot of people were criticizing The Rock and Oprah. Like, how the hell are you guys asking for money to rebuild Maui when you guys are like billionaires? Oprah, why do you have a home in Maui? That's the people's land there. Like, you got to be careful with that too. It's weird how all of that went around. You said I used to really like Oprah until she got super sold. Sold? Oh, say more. Don't trust any of them who's buying up land from a fire. Well, and they had the land. She bought a home there and property. There are people who have been waiting for years that are um residents of that land. That's their land, right? And you have this whole list of people that have been trying to, when the Maui fires happened, it almost felt like people were trying to relocate people to other places and they were building it a little bit different. Even now, there's just a lot of shit that doesn't make sense with the Maui fires. But anyway, so Oprah, to me, that made me side eye her a lot. But I think Oprah is one of those people that kind of tends to, she plays on the fences of both, right? She wants to like amplify people's voices while still supporting the people that are perpetrating on these Jane Does and alleged victims and John Does and stuff like that. This is why it's so weird with her. She sold her soul for money and fame. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they said. But anyway, so the Jane Doe is going to plaintiff refiled her complaint today in New York. So this happened about 2 days ago. So sometime in Friday or Thursday, 3 days ago. So she refiles her complaint in New York again after it had been dismissed. And a California resident, she originally brought her action in federal court where cases generally move at a faster pace. But Simmons objected, claiming he's now stateless, an American citizen living on a permanent Indonesian retirement visa at the Bali resort he co-owns. In February 11th, ruling that the U.S. District Judge sided with Simmons and dismissed Doe's lawsuit on the basis it didn't meet the requirements of having parties in different U.S. states. Now, while Simmons' lawyer praised the judge's decision as a victory, Jane Doe and her lawyer, Kenya Davis, said it was only a procedural setback. They expect no issue pursuing her claims in state court based on the principle that states have the authority to prosecute alleged crimes that happen within their geographic bounds or boundaries. So she is quoted saying, "For me, his accountability is paramount reason I filed the case. For Russell to accept he was wrong, that he caused pain." Jane Doe tells Rolling Stone, "Forced sex is against the law. Stop saying the rules are different now. It was wrong then too. I thought the justice system would hold him accountable. And here we are talking about jurisdiction, and I'm watching this legal gameship he played to avoid it. It makes me want to push harder." So the Jane Doe first filed a lawsuit last year. She joined more than 20 women who've already stepped forward to accuse Simmons of sexual assault and harassment. Several reached confidential settlements with Simmons, but are now suing him with claims he I can't even say the word. Hold up. I want to say it correctly. Lord have mercy. Why am I clicking other buttons? Anyways, let me stop. So he basically flee to Bali. There's a word for this. Make sure I said it correctly. Hold up, y'all. Give me a second. I don't want to mess it up. reneged. I knew this word. Reneged. He reneged. Where did I leave off at? Here it is. Reneged. She filed her lawsuit last year, 20. Here it is. Russell has consistent patterns of doing things and everything to dodge accountability, like failing to make agreed settlement payments to women and fleeing to Bali to try to sidestep legal actions. Meanwhile, he avails himself to the U.S. court when it serves him and his businesses. This is why he was able to sue Kimura, right? This is why he was able to sue other people. So when he uses the legal system, when it's for him, right? When it works for him. But when he's having to be held accountable, he won't. Now, if he's like not making payments to his confidential settlements, that's also a problem too. It's not like the man is not making money, guys. He is. Okay, he's got businesses. He's even said it in interviews. He's not fleeing here. No, he comes to the US when it's beneficial to him. She can sue from where she lives, where it happened, or where he owns the property. I think it's for him. He's probably been a little bit gamey with the system. Mm-hmm. That's how I see Mandy Moore caught flack too, asking for money for her brother who lost his house in these California fires. She has the money. Why ask those who can't afford eggs for money? That's what I'm saying. Millionaires asking for money from the people and calling it the people's fund. Mandy Moore, you've been in like so many damn movies. What's going on? You can't help your brother build his house? Like, what? Come on now. Don't she get residuals from what's that one movie that she did with that one guy where she was like the dying teen? She did that one. She did the other one with the Anne Hathaway. She did that's stupid. Like these people always like y'all have money, figure it out, okay? Invite them to live in your house. That's what a lot of us would do. This is karma for messing with Kimura when she was 14 or whatsoever. Yeah, and mind you, Russell Simmons was like an old ass man with a young girl, and then they lied about her age, which is typical Hollywood. That is what happens, you know? Right, Morris Greedy, A Walk to Remember. That's a cute movie, but it's like, you mean to tell me you didn't like make money off of these movies? Gameship takes good lawyering. As wealth increases, empathy decreases. Period. Like what? You're asking the public when you have the money to support. What is going on? I don't get it. But that's just me. Okay, we have to move on and we're going to talk about let me tell you guys. This story kind of has me a little bit perplexed, confused, perplexed. P2 is the name, okay? Now, I'm going to X because X tends to have a little bit more information about this, right? P2 is the name. So he was found. So he's a pretty big YouTuber, okay? And I'm talking about, let me see. P2 is the name. I think he's close to 4 million. 3.86 million guys subscribers, okay? All right. Some of these videos are like, first of all, there's not a lot of information that's been put out there. He's a vlogger and gaming YouTuber, right? He's a gamer. He was 26 years old, kind of very, different, younger generation, almost 4 million. Yeah. I was looking a little bit into this, okay? So he was starting these businesses, a couple of businesses, right? And he was living in LA, but he was planning to move to Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. So he was getting all that ready, making sure his last video was 2 weeks ago or something like that. And it showed that he wanted to get out of LA. Okay. He was loading like a lot of the stuff from his businesses because he has like a clothing line and stuff like that. Very much believes in God, very strong in his faith, that type of deal. Very cool guy. Okay, very young, 26 years old. He was found dead in a mailroom. in Los Angeles County. So we don't know if I think he might have died Friday, and they found him, I guess, that Friday. Okay. Now, of course, we have to respect people's privacies and stuff like that because that's what you do, right? And you can't really speculate too much. But, well, first of all, it's a lot of questions that people have that is happening. Young guy, okay, very successful, found dead in a mailroom. And even the medical examiner's office website, let me share this. This was shared on Twitter. Okay. His real name is Philip, and that's his case number. Open body status here. Male. Investigate. There's an investigator, Gerardo Mesa. Matter of death is not listed, and place of death, mailroom. Somebody said on Twitter, I thought this shit was fake, but LA County government office, website, has a case open for his death. Says he passed away in a mailroom. He passed away in a mailroom. People are asking, what's a mailroom? Do we know his cause of death? We don't know yet. People, I don't know. This situation is very strange. Well, I'm thinking a mailroom is like where you mail things, but I don't know. It was it his, like, it doesn't say post office, right? So there isn't a whole lot of information on. I know a lot of us are waiting to hear back at least, but what we know so far isn't a whole lot of details. That's the thing. It's like everything's been hush hush. Hold up, let me see. I mean, the Daily Mail, this was one of his last videos on YouTube where he was packing up his like cyber truck or whatever, and he was putting in those like things that he was mailing off and stuff like that. Popular YouTuber P2 is the name, whose real name is Philip, has died at the age of 26. The Los Angeles coroner's office confirmed that he was found dead on Friday in a mailroom, though details surrounding his death remain scarce as an investigation is ongoing per TMZ. So his mother spoke with the outlet, with TMZ, on Saturday, confirming his passing and asking for privacy as the family grieves. She encouraged fans to visit his channel to honor his memory. Following the news, fellow YouTuber paid a tribute to P2isthename on social media, remembering him as a generous friend. My good friend P2isthename has passed away. Wow. I'm honestly at loss for words. He was always so kind to me and gave so much content creation advice. May he rest in peace. This breaks my heart. It's just like, what? So he was found dead Friday in a mailroom. Details surrounding his death remain kind of hush hush. There's an investigator assigned to this, guys. So, by the way, like I said in a previous post, he mentioned plans to move from Los Angeles to Atlanta. Notably, he also found success outside of YouTube with his clothing brand, Don't Mind Us. Several of his videos showcase him personally packaging and shipping out merchandise to fans. In many of his final uploads from Los Angeles, he was seen frequenting mailrooms and shipping centers. See what I'm saying is that he was always in mailrooms and shipping centers, having completely sold out his entire inventory. Philip gained a massive following through NBA 2K and Fortnite gaming. He later expanded to broader gaming content, including Let's Play walkthroughs. The star also shared glimpses of his life with his 4 million subscribers, including videos like where he took fans through a day in the life of young black millionaires in Los Angeles. Oh, wow. I'm wondering if, there's an investigator and he died in a mailroom. He was always filming in mailrooms. That's one thing I did notice when I was reviewing a bit of the content. He was always in mailrooms. Mailroom in Cali, inside condo tower, off lobby, 2 secure packagings, etc. for residents. Could he have been like, I don't know, like, could something have happened there? I don't know. This is a good question, Messica. If he was a YouTube famous, he could be his own mailroom. There you go. Maybe it was like where a post office is, or a mailroom is like an apartment building. That's what I'm thinking too. But he was always going to like mail rooms and stuff like that. Let me see if I can hold up, because his last video even showed that. Hold up. Let me see if I can. Let me show you all what I'm talking about. So he was always loading. It was not this one. It's the other video. See if we can find it. It's the video that says, "This is my last month in Los Angeles." This was 3 weeks ago. Okay. 3 weeks ago, this was it. And this is, he was frequenting mail rooms, because he was filling up his cyber truck. Hold up. Guys, this is give you an idea. Okay. So it's like a mailroom post office, kind of. He's bringing it to a facility, guys. You see that? He was always loading, and he was always bringing to facilities. Hold up. Is there any more? I don't want to put all the footage out there. But yeah, that should give you an idea. I mean, this is like him loading those. I don't know. He said he had a Cybertruck. He did. Mailrooms were part of the daily life. Was someone tracking him? That's what I'm wondering about this. Maybe private P.O. box places are called mailrooms. I know here has a mailing center attached. Some apartments have their own mailing room. Yeah. I think he had like maybe like a condo or something, you know? What is part of the consider controversial because of the Cybertruck? Explain more, Aries. What do you mean? Maybe a UPS store was definitely a shipping center. I mean, you guys, because they're loading the packages to a shipping center. So I don't think it's your traditional, like, let me walk into a UPS store and do it, right? This is a shipping center where he was mailing his packages. So some of this doesn't really make sense. But what is the theory behind the Cybertruck being like, I get Cybertrucks are controversial. I've seen them a couple times. I know people been buying Teslas just to destroy them as a protest against Musk. So do you feel like there might be like people with Teslas might have a target? Cybertrucks and Tesla stations are being vandalized across the whole world. He was a gamer and he had his own businesses. Night Charm. That's true. Very young, 26, billionaire, guys. Like, wow. You know, some people can only dream to get to be billionaires in there, but he's 26, very young. You said, I feel like people have gotten crazy. No, people have gotten crazy. So are people with Cybertruck? I mean, there's not a lot of information. There's an investigator involved. That's what we know so far. So hopefully we'll get more answers here. I don't know. He died in a mailroom. Okay, we don't know. We don't know. And people in the area, I'm trying to see if there's like people that said different things. Somebody said he got a heart attack. I don't think that's people are saying different things. Someone said it was an attempted robbery gone wrong. I mean, he's going to a mailroom. People are saying different things. So I don't know, y'all. We're waiting to hear more information, of course, but damn, like gone too soon, that's for sure. Gone way too soon. Way too soon. Way too young, way too soon. And people have said everything. I mean, the whole internet is reacting to his death. I don't know, y'all. We'll find out more, that's for sure. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll find out more. It's sad. Very 26. said, I've been saying it for months. The world is going mad. Nobody, especially at that age, absolutely rip condolences to the family. You haven't seen any actual Tesla owners getting attacked. I mean, sometimes people get attacked if you make too much money. That could be an issue too. But I mean, if this is the mailroom, or at least where he's shipping things off, this is what I'm thinking was a mailroom. So, he's meeting with somebody's helping him load and unload. Was he there by himself? There's a lot of questions that we have. Thank you. You said, okay, mailroom, if he sells merch, means postal express type places in mini malls. So mailroom could have different meanings to it too, right? Like, but here he's taking them to like a shipping center. Unless he called this a mailroom, which, let's see, hold up. I gotta tell you, I'm not trying to play the video because I'm trying to be mindful of, mailroom. I don't think he called this a mailroom. He was shipping. In here, around the 11-minute mark, he said, or 11:27, West is going to be open till Friday, so you guys can get your last minute stuff. You ready shipping out a lot? If you've been wanting to get one and you're kind of late, you'll only have 48 hours. Okay. So, I mean, literally, it's just so sad. So sad situation. So, hopefully the investigation comes out and we get more information. The Teslas in Philly are getting damaged. Damn. That's crazy, guys. That's crazy. Listen, I'm not a particular fan of the maker and the truck, but like, really? Like, are we doing that why are we damaging 10 cans? I don't know. That's too much. That's too much. That's too much. What's interesting is that he was trying to get out of LA. So could that have had something to do with it? I don't know. We'll find out more. Hopefully we'll get more information as things are developing. But we'll be talking about that for sure, and hopefully we get more info. Okay, guys, let's get to this next part of information. This is really tripping me out. Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa. Okay, we got a little bit more information. There was an exclusive that dropped yesterday on the Daily Fail. Take that for what it's worth. But I'm confused by this news, and maybe you guys can help me out, okay? New Gene Hackman mystery as wife's doctor claims she called me 24 hours after police say she died. New Gene Hackman mystery as wife's doctor claims she called me 24 hours after police say she died. What? What? What is that all about? Yes, 24 hours after she was reported dead, or at least classified as dead. How does that happen? Show me? I don't know. So let's get into this article because this one was really when I heard about this, I said, what? How's that happen? Hi, vamos. How are you, love? Um, okay, so is it possible the police got the day wrong? So yeah, I'm glad that I'm not the only one that's confused here because I was definitely confused. Mystery grew over the death of Gene Hackman's wife, Betsy, last night after a doctor revealed she had called his private clinic 24 hours after police claimed she died. The Santa Fe medical examiner's claims a post-mortem examination shows Betsy died of hantavirus, a rare rat-borne respiratory disease, on February 11th, a full week before her Oscar award-winning husband died of heart failure combined with Alzheimer's disease. But last night, Dr. Josiah Child, a former emergency care specialist who now runs a Cloudberry clinic in Santa Fe, New Mexico, told the Mail on Sunday Mrs. Hackman didn't die on February 11th because she called my clinic on February 12th. Sylvia, good morning. Or afternoon. How are you, Sylvia? Um, what is that? Explain. So maybe they got the death day wrong. But if they got the death day wrong, what if they did they get other things wrong? The doctor, I guess she called the clinic. Hold up. I don't know. It's a good question. Why did the doctor wait to report it? And did she say and what did she say when she called? Hold up. It was a missed call. Somebody called. Let me reread that, okay? Oh man. All right. So late last night, Dr. Josiah Child spoke to the Mail. Mrs. Hackman didn't die on February 11th because she called my clinic February 12th. She called me a couple weeks before her death to ask about getting a echocardiogram, a heart scan for her husband. She was not a patient of mine, but one of my patients recommended Cloudberry to her. She made an appointment for herself for February 12th. It was for something unrelated to anything respiratory. He added that 2 days before she was due to see him, she canceled her appointment, saying that her husband was not well. Dr. Childs said she called back on the morning of February 12th and spoke to one of our doctors who told her to come in that afternoon. So she actually spoke to a doctor. Let me reread that again. Lord have mercy, I'm so Gotcha. Katie did it says the time of death estimated a day off isn't that much different. I don't know. She picked up her dog from the bed at 11. Didn't the police say there was no activity on her phone? And that was the reasoning for the time of death? That's what I thought. Amantha, shout out to you. I like your name. Let me reread that again, y'all, because this is not making sense. Okay, so this is what the doctor is saying. She called me a couple of weeks before her death to ask about getting an echocardiogram, a heart scan for her husband. She was not a patient of mine, but one of my patients recommended Cloudberry to her. She made an appointment for herself for February 12th. Okay. It was for something unrelated to anything respiratory. He added that 2 days before she was due to see him, she canceled her appointment saying her husband was not well. Dr. Childs then says she called back on the morning of February 12th and spoke to one of our doctors who told her to come in the afternoon. She died on the 11th, but she spoke to a doctor on the 12th? Huh? She called back on the morning of February 12th and spoke to one of our doctors who told her to come in the afternoon. I'm looking at the comments, y'all. He further says, "We made her an appointment, but she never showed up. She did not show any symptoms of respiratory distress. The appointment wasn't for anything related to hantavirus. We tried calling her a couple times with no reply." The doctor's revelation that Mrs. Hackman could have been alive for at least a day longer than the coroner has claimed casts further mystery over the death. So Dr. Childs adds I'm not a hantavirus expert, but most patients who have the diagnosis die in the hospital. It is surprising that Mrs. Hackman spoke to my office on the phone February 10th and then again on the 12th and didn't appear in respiratory distress. The LA based doctor told the Mail on Sunday medical professionals are scratching their heads over hantavirus cause of death. Respiratory failure is not sudden. It is something that worsens over several days. Most people get admitted to ERs because they're having trouble breathing. It's exceedingly rare for seemingly healthy 65-year-old to just drop dead out of it. In fact, no one's heard of such a thing. Mrs. Hackman was last seen running around on Santa Fe on February 11th, visiting a chemist, pet food store, and supermarket. Mystery also surrounds who inherited her 80 million Fort Hackman fortune. The actor had 3 children, but his estate was tied up in private trusts. Well, I thought the cell phone activity was weird too. Hold up. Let's pull something up, y'all. This really this really trips me out. Let me see something. See, this is investigators found that the last known communication activity for Arakawa was February 11th when she visited a pharmacy, pet store, and grocery store, returning to the gated neighborhood in afternoon. That afternoon, Santa Fe County Sheriff's Adam Mendoza said Friday. The sheriff said it. But the doctor is saying, well, she called my office and she spoke to somebody on the 12th. You always thought it was a little odd, says Allegra, that the coroner seems to be very uncomfortable for some of the facts she's given. And that's weird, what, right? They should be able to figure out that by the cell phone. Yeah, it's true. You said it's hard to figure out the time of passing laying there for so long. Why did he take so long to tell law enforcement? Well, when did he figure this out? That's my question, Annette. Like, I don't know. Do they still have house phones or the call that was from a different phone? It is messy. But see, Wim says nothing. I don't use my phone for weeks. So she couldn't have died on the 11th. Could she have died after the 12th? She spoke to somebody. What do you guys make of this? Let me know. This whole case has me PTSDing. My mother passed away with just my father who had dementia in the house. I didn't get to him for 11 hours and the guilt kills me. Thank you, love. Shout out to you. She could have. She did die first though. If she died first, the fortune goes to probate. Yes, I don't know. Well, we know that she did die first before Gene Hackman, right? Mm-mm. Sylvia called Ghost Adventures. Stop it, Sylvia. Thank you, Kat. Shout out to you. I don't know. Maybe she didn't die on the 11th. I think this is important too, right? Like for that purposes. What do y'all think? What do you guys make of this? There's a lot of inconsistencies. First of all, they didn't get the whole dog, naming the breed correctly, which I can understand. People make mistakes about the breed, okay? I can't tell you what breed is what, like I get that. But this, my friends, is a little bit different. And did they say this? My question is, did the doctor speak with investigators to say, guys, like I spoke to her, my office spoke to her on the 12th. They should have a recorded something about this somewhere. This doesn't make sense. I don't know. Maybe the process is a little bit different for humans and animals. That's what I'm thinking. Where do you guys stand with this? What do y'all make of it? I mean, definitely deserves to be looked into, I think. This is just off. All of this is off, guys. All of it. That's my thought on that. So that doesn't sit right with me, honestly. No, it doesn't. But she could have died after the 12th. That's what I think. I don't think she died on the 11th. You see, the mummification was due to the dry heat. I've seen some videos that the FBI was there, and yet it does not get reported by many people, right? Well, and isn't it like, if it's the hantavirus, wouldn't people be wearing like those little like hazmat outfits or whatever, because of how dangerous it is and stuff like that? They're not being fully transparent. They've said this. A lot of people feel like is off. I think there's something off. At the very least, we're not getting the death. Like, it's one thing to say we didn't get the dog breed, correctly. Like, oh, we got that off. Sorry about that. But the time of death is huge. It don't make sense. The heater was on, and that's why the timing was so hard. I'm surprised that if the heater's on the floor, did nothing caught on fire or anything like that, because that's also off. Let me know what you guys think. This one really tripped me out when I read this. I was like, this don't make sense whatsoever. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about this. So we're going to keep looking into this for sure. I'll probably do a little short video on it. But I'm kind of curious to know what you guys think. But if she called on the 12th, wouldn't she have told them that she wasn't feeling well? You would think a doctor's office, the doctor's saying she doesn't even sound like she's in respiratory distress. You would think they would have called. They would have been like, yeah, she didn't sound well. Nothing. Yeah, 80 million isn't anything to just be like, just a little alien. 80 million? People will kill for $1 million. People will do different things for half of that. Hell, the Ghost Adventures wife, guy, I'm sure this was about money. For sure. Usually heaters have safe lights that turn them off when they fall over. I thought they said that the heater has fallen over. Why did he cut out his kids? He didn't have so Gene Hackman said that it's been said in interviews that he wasn't really present during the formative years of his kids' lives, but you would think that if that is the case, that he would have, I guess, done a little bit more to, be present in their life, if you know what I mean. So yeah. Yes. Aries, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you. I appreciate you. 14K was the price to sell sell out our country. For fuck's sake. Shout out to Randall girl. His daughter looked away too happy the day after the announcement. I couldn't breathe for 6 months after my father died. They weren't very close, I think, at all. You didn't realize, yeah, my membership is cheap. It's only like 99 cents, the lowest tier. He really said, fuck them kids. I think he just wasn't around. He really wasn't around. Like, he wasn't there. You would think that if he wasn't there for the formative years, he would have done right by being there, for the other years. Yeah. We're going to keep looking into it, but this is new. This is new news and definitely feels off. I mean, even JD has his little glass thing on his eye. Shout out to JD. It doesn't feel, it just feels off. All of that feels off. But you guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments about it. Let me shout out some people. I'm probably gonna do a shorter video on this part. Yeah. Let me shout out the people. Nebby, thank you for being a member for 19 months. Shout out to you. Don't forget to hit the like button, please, and thank you. Thank you. Storm, thank you for being renewing your membership, love. Aries, thank you for becoming a member. Evil Queen just gifted 5 memberships. Oh my God, Evil Queen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me put some hearts in the chat for you. Thank you. If you've been blessed by Evil Queen, put some hearts in the chat. Thank you, thank you. And I saw a couple people got blessed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's amazing. Thank you, my love. Shout out to you. I hope I see you around more. I haven't seen you in a minute. Shout out to you, Evil Queen. I know, it's so nice. They spend Valentine's Day together. Ordained. It's just tripping me out, guys. Really. Thank you. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I will see you guys later on. I'm probably gonna do some pre-recorded. So I probably won't be live tonight. I'm kind of tired. And I gotta clean. I got a lot of stuff to do and catch up on. But guys, let me know what you guys think. Well, hey, thank you, Adrian. Hearts for you too. Shout out to y'all. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Yeah. This one is a little off for me. That's what I gotta say about that. Y'all are amazing. You guys have a great one. I'll see you guys later. Be good. Bye, guys. You're cleaning too. I'm cleaning too. I got my headphones on. I'm gonna go clean. I gotta go clean. Bye, guys. Bye, bye, bye. Hit the like button. Bye, guys.